All right, listen up. If you or someone you know is receiving Social Security benefits right now, the next 15 minutes could literally save you thousands of dollars in 2026. And I'm not exaggerating. We've got confirmed payment cuts coming, and most people have no idea what's about to hit them or what they need to do right now to protect themselves. Someone in your life, your parents, your neighbor, your cousin, your coworker, is about to lose money. And the worst part? Most of them think they're powerless to do anything about it. They're wrong. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do in the next few minutes. So if you're new here, welcome to the most compassionate, the best community on social media. We help people navigate the Social Security bureaucracy every single day. We find people money every single day. Real people, real benefits, real help. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, because the more people that do, the more the algorithm shows these videos to people who desperately need this information. Act 1. The Crisis. Okay, here's what's happening. The Social Security Trust Fund is projected to be depleted by 2033. That's not new information. But what is new is what's happening right now, in 2026, that's already cutting benefits for millions of Americans. And it's not just one thing. It's a perfect storm of cuts, changes, and bureaucratic nightmares that are all hitting at once. First, the COLA increase for 2026. Cost of living adjustment. It's 2.5%. Now, that sounds okay until you realize inflation's been running way higher than that and your actual purchasing power is going down. For the average retiree getting about $1,976 a month, that's only about a $49 increase. $49. Meanwhile, your Medicare Part B premium went up $17.50 to $185. Wait, no. It's actually $222.90 for 2026. So you're already losing ground before you even start. Second, we've got SSI payment limits that are criminally low. The federal maximum for SSI in 2026 is $994 a month. $994. Try living on that. And that's the max. Most people get less. And with Medicaid getting cut by about $1 trillion, yeah, you heard that right, $1 trillion, people who depend on SSI and Medicaid are about to get absolutely hammered. Third, and this is where it gets really bad, the trust fund situation means that by 2033, if Congress doesn't act, benefits across the board could be cut by approximately 21%. 21%. So if you're getting $2,000 a month right now, you could be looking at $1,580. That's $420 a month gone. That's over $5,000 a year. And for people living on fixed incomes, that's devastating. But here's what most people don't understand. You don't have to wait until 2033 to start feeling the pain. The cuts are happening now. The bureaucracy is getting worse now. Customer service at Social Security is a disaster right now. They cut thousands and thousands of employees. Wait times are insane. Getting someone on the phone? Good luck. Getting an appointment? Forget about it. And the current administration and Congress, they don't want to fix it. They want you to hate Social Security so they can privatize it. That's the game. Make customer service so terrible that you'll support anything that sounds like an improvement, even if it's worse for you in the long run. Act 2. The explanation. So, why is this happening? Let me break it down quickly, because understanding this helps you protect yourself. The Social Security Trust Fund is running out of money. You paid into FICA your entire working life. FICA, Federal Insurance Contributions Act, that's Social Security and Medicare taxes. Every paycheck, they took that money, and it was supposed to be there for you when you retired or became disabled or when your spouse passed away. That was the deal. But here's what happened. For decades, Social Security took in more money than it paid out. Great. That surplus went into the trust fund. But the government borrowed from that trust fund to pay for other things. And now, with more people retiring, the baby boomers, and fewer workers paying in, we're running a deficit. We're paying out more than we're taking in. So the trust fund is being depleted. And Congress? They're not doing anything about it. They could raise the income cap on FICA taxes. Right now, you only pay Social Security taxes on the first $176,100 you earn in 2026. Anything above that? No Social Security taxes. So the ultra-wealthy, they pay a smaller percentage of their income into Social Security than you do. Congress could fix that tomorrow. They won't. They could adjust the full retirement age. They could means test benefits for the wealthy. They could do a lot of things. But they're not, because it's politically toxic. Nobody wants to be the politician who cuts Social Security, even if the changes would save the program. So what does this mean for you? It means you need to take action yourself. You need to make absolutely sure you're getting every single dollar you're entitled to, because they're not going to help you. The Social Security Administration is overwhelmed. They don't have the staff. They don't have the resources. And frankly, some of the people making decisions right now don't care if you get your benefits or not. Now, this affects different people different ways. If you're receiving SSDI, that's Social Security Disability Insurance, you're affected. If you're receiving SSI, Supplemental Security Income, you're really affected because those are tied to poverty-level income limits. If you're receiving retirement benefits, you're affected. If you're receiving survivor benefits, you're affected. If you're on Medicare, you're affected. If you're on Medicaid, you're really, really affected. And here's the thing that makes me crazy. When I ran the third busiest Social Security office in the country, I processed millions of claims. I've helped millions of people. And the number of people who were leaving money on the table, who were eligible for benefits they didn't even know existed, it was staggering. We're talking billions of dollars in unclaimed benefits. And now, with everything getting cut, with customer service getting worse, with the bureaucracy getting more complicated, even more people are going to miss out. So that's why I'm making this video. That's why our community here does what we do. We find people money. We help people get what they paid for. Act 3. The solutions. Okay, so here's what you need to do right now. And I mean right now. Not next week. Not after the holidays. Now. Because every month you wait is money you're losing. Number 1. Check your earnings record. Go to ssa.gov, create your My Social Security account if you don't have one already, and check your earnings record. Look at every single year. Make sure all your earnings are recorded correctly. Because Social Security calculates your benefits based on your highest 35 years of earnings. If they're missing a year, if they recorded your earnings wrong, you're getting less money than you should. And you need to fix that now. You have 3 years, 3 months, and 15 days to correct an earnings error. After that, it's almost impossible. Number 2, if you're married, divorced, or widowed, check your spouse benefits. This is huge. So many people miss this. If you're married and your spouse is receiving retirement or disability benefits, you might be eligible for spouse benefits. If you're divorced and you were married for at least 10 years, you might be eligible for divorce spouse benefits. If your spouse passed away, you might be eligible for survivor benefits. And here's what people don't understand. You don't have to choose. You can file for benefits on your own record and then switch to spouse or survivor benefits later if that's more money. Or you can file for survivor benefits first and switch to your own later. This is called a claiming strategy, and it can mean tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Number 3. If you have children, check child benefits. If you're receiving retirement or disability benefits and you have children under 18 or under 19 if they're still in high school, they can receive benefits on your record. Each child can get up to 50% of your benefit amount, subject to the family maximum. That's real money. And so many people don't know about it. Number 4. If you have a disabled adult child, check DAC benefits. DAC, Disabled Adult Child Benefits. If your child became disabled before age 22, they can receive benefits on your record when you start receiving retirement or disability benefits, or if you're deceased. This can continue for their entire life. And the disability standard for DAC is the same as regular disability. They have to be unable to work due to a medical condition expected to last at least 12 months or result in death. Number 5. If you're caring for a child under 16 or a disabled child of any age, check child and care benefits. If your spouse is receiving retirement or disability benefits, or if they're deceased, you can receive benefits for taking care of their child, even if you're not at retirement age yourself. This is called child and care benefits. A lot of people miss this one. Number 6. Apply for the Medicare Savings Program and the Low-Income Subsidy. MSP and LIS. If your income is low, the state might pay for your Medicare Part B premium. That's $222.90 a month for 2026. That's over $2,600 a year. And the LS, the Low-Income Subsidy, also called Extra Help, can help you pay for your prescription drugs. You apply for that through Social Security. It's one of the easiest applications. Takes like 10 minutes, and it can save you thousands. Number 7. If you're on disability, understand your work incentives. A lot of people on disability don't realize you can work. You're allowed to work. In fact, Social Security wants you to try. They have all these work incentives: trial work period, extended period of eligibility, unsuccessful work attempts. For 2026, the trial work month threshold is $1,160. That means if you earn more than $1,160 in a month, that counts as a trial work month. You get 9 trial work months in a rolling 60-month period. During those 9 months, you can make any amount of money and still receive your full disability check. After that, if you're making over the SGA, Substantial Gainful Activity Limit, which is $1,620 a month for 2026, then your benefits might stop. But even then, you get the extended period of eligibility. It's complicated, but the point is you can work. Don't let anyone tell you can't. Number 8. If you're getting close to retirement age, decide when to claim. This is crucial. You can claim as early as 62, but your benefits are reduced. If you claim at your full retirement age, 67 if you were born in 1960 or later, you get your full benefit amount. If you wait until 70, you get delayed retirement credits. That's 8% per year. So if you wait from 67 to 70, that's 24% more money for the rest of your life. Now, not everyone can wait. I get it. But if you can, it's usually worth it. Especially if you have a spouse, because survivor benefits are based on what you were receiving. So if you delay and get that higher amount, when you pass away, your spouse gets that higher amount. Number 9. If you were denied for disability, appeal. Appeal, appeal, appeal. The initial denial rate is ridiculous, like 60 to 70%. But a lot of those get approved on appeal. You have 60 days to request a reconsideration. Then, if that's denied, you request a hearing. The approval rate at the hearing level is much higher. Get a disability attorney. They work on contingency, so they only get paid if you win. And it's capped at 25% of your back pay up to a maximum. For 2026, I think it's still $7,200, but it might have gone up. Either way, get a lawyer. Don't try to do this yourself. Number 10. If you're receiving SSI, report your income correctly. SSI is needs-based. If your income or resources go up, your SSI payment goes down. If they go down, your payment goes up. A lot of people don't report changes, and then they get overpaid, and then Social Security wants the money back. Don't do that. Report everything. Every little change. Better to get the right amount from the beginning than to deal with an overpayment later. Number 11. If you have an overpayment, request a waiver. If Social Security says you were overpaid, you can request a waiver. You have to show that it wasn't your fault and that paying it back would cause financial hardship. A lot of people qualify. There's a form, SSA 632. Fill it out. Be honest. Show them your bills, your bank statements, everything. And even if they don't grant the waiver, you can request a lower withholding. They used to withhold 100% of your check. Then it was 10%. Then DOJ came in and changed it to 100%, then back to 10%. Now I think it's back to the normal withholding rate, which is 10% or $10, whichever is more. But you can request even lower. It's worth trying. Number 12. If you're living overseas, understand the rules. Some benefits you can get overseas, some you can't. SSI, you can't get overseas. SSDI, you usually can, depending on the country. There are 29 countries where Social Security won't send payments. Most of them are countries with sanctions or no diplomatic relations. But check. If you're thinking about moving overseas to stretch your retirement dollars, make sure you can still get your benefits. Act 4. Additional value bombs. Okay, here's some stuff almost nobody knows about. Parents' benefits. If you were dependent on your adult child, and that child passed away, you can get benefits on their record. You have to be at least 62, and you have to show you were receiving at least half your support from them. Not a lot of people know about this one. Lump sum death payment. If someone receiving Social Security passes away, there's a one-time payment of $255. Yeah, $255. It's been $255 since like the 1950s. It's embarrassing, but it's money. If you're the surviving spouse or you paid for the funeral expenses, you can claim it. The annual earnings test and the monthly earnings test. If you're under your full retirement age and you're receiving retirement benefits, there's a limit to how much you can earn. For 2026, if you're not reaching your full retirement age, the limit is $24,480. For every $2 you go over, Social Security withholds $1 in benefits. But here's the trick. The first year you claim benefits, Social Security uses the monthly earnings test instead. That's $2,040 per month for 2026. So you could have made $100,000 earlier in the year, but if you retire in December and you make less than $2,040 in December, you can still get your full December check. A lot of people don't know that. The adjusted reduction factor. If your benefits were suspended because of the earnings test, they get readjusted at your full retirement age. So you're not permanently penalized. Your benefit amount goes up to account for the months you didn't receive benefits. Again, not a lot of people know this. They think they lost that money forever. They didn't. Expedited reinstatement. If you were on disability and your benefits stopped because you went back to work, and then within 5 years your condition comes back or gets worse, and you can't work anymore, you can file for expedited reinstatement. You don't have to file a whole new application. It's faster. Well, it's supposed to be faster. Nothing's fast at Social Security right now. But it's faster than starting from scratch. Independently entitled divorce spouse benefits. This is huge. If you were married for at least 10 years and you've been divorced for at least 2 years, you can file for divorce spouse benefits even if your ex hasn't filed yet. They just have to be eligible. That means they have to be at least 62. You don't need their permission. You don't even have to tell them. Social Security doesn't tell them. And it doesn't affect their benefits at all. So many people miss this. We just found someone a few weeks ago who is eligible for this, and they were getting an extra $1,800 a month. $1,800 a month they were leaving on the table because they didn't know about it. Grandparents raising grandchildren. If you're raising your grandchildren, they might be able to get benefits on your record if you're receiving retirement or disability benefits. But the child's parents have to be deceased or disabled. Or you have to legally adopt the grandchild. If the parents are alive and not disabled and you haven't adopted, the child can't get benefits. But a lot of grandparents don't know this is even an option. Disabled widow and widower benefits. If your spouse passed away and you're disabled, you can get benefits as early as age 50. You don't have to wait until 60 like regular survivor benefits. The disability standard is the same. But you can get benefits at 50 if you became disabled within 7 years of your spouse's death, or within 7 years of the last month you received child and care benefits. This one's complicated, but it's out there for people who need it. The WEP and GPO. The windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. If you worked for a government agency or a job that didn't pay into Social Security, and you're also eligible for Social Security benefits, these two rules might reduce your benefits. The WEP affects your own retirement or disability benefits. The GPO affects your spouse, divorced spouse, or survivor benefits. Now, Congress just passed a bill to repeal these finally, but I don't know if it's taken effect yet. You have to check. But if you're affected by WEP or GPO, this could mean a lot more money for you. Medicare enrollment. If you don't sign up for Medicare when you're supposed to, you get penalized. The penalty is permanent. For Part B, it's 10% for each 12-month period you could have had Part B, but didn't. And it lasts for as long as you have Part B. So if you were supposed to enroll at 65, but you didn't enroll until 70, that's 50% higher premiums for the rest of your life. Don't do that. If you have employer coverage, you're usually okay. But check. Make sure you have creditable coverage. And when that coverage ends, you've got 8 months to enroll in Medicare. Look, I could go on for hours. There are over 20,000 pages of Social Security policy. There are exceptions to the exceptions to the exceptions. But you get the idea. There is money out there that you are entitled to, money that you paid for. And with everything getting cut, with customer service getting worse, with wait times getting longer, you cannot afford to wait. You have to be proactive. So here's what I want you to do. Go to my website, mygivexpert.com. I've got free resources there. Worksheets, calculators, guides, all of it. Click on whatever applies to you: retirement, disability, Medicare, survivors, whatever. It's all there. And it's all free. And please, please, please subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Because our community here, we help people every single day. Real people. Real benefits. Real money. Just the other day, someone watched one of our videos and realized they were eligible for divorced spouse benefits. They called Social Security, filed the claim, and they're now getting an extra $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. They should have been getting it since 2021, but they didn't know. Nobody told them. And now they know because someone shared one of our videos. That could be your mom. That could be your dad. That could be your neighbor. That could be you. So share this. Help us help people. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. Our community is amazing. People help each other out. I try to answer as many as I can. And we do live Q&As all the time. So if you have a specific situation, a specific question, ask. We'll figure it out. Look, I know this is overwhelming. I know the bureaucracy is a nightmare. I know dealing with Social Security can make you want to pull your hair out. But you can't give up. You paid into this system your entire working life. You are entitled to these benefits. And with the cuts coming, with the trust fund running out, you cannot afford to leave money on the table. So take action. Check your earnings record. File for those spouse benefits. Apply for MSP and LIS. Appeal that denial. Do whatever you need to do. Because nobody's going to do it for you. The politicians aren't going to save you. The Social Security Administration doesn't have the staff to hunt you down and tell you about benefits you're missing. You have to do this yourself. But you're not alone. We're here. This community is here. We've got your back. So, let's make sure you're getting every single dollar you deserve. Because you paid for it. And you've earned it. Alright, that's it for today. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. Check out mygivexpert.com. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.